Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to follow up on my last video. It's a short video called You're Going Through This for a Reason. All right. And for those who didn't see it, I drew 3 cards from the Light Oracle card deck created by Rebecca Campbell. Okay. It's a really beautiful card deck. It's called Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. I actually bought it this summer, and I'm so glad I bought it. It's got beautiful images on it. So the first card that I drew in my last video was the ever unfolding rose. Okay, like this rose, you see the imagery of the woman in between the petals of the rose. It's expanding. Like this rose, you're being cracked open for a reason, okay? I know it feels awful sometimes when you're going through difficulties, okay? I know that you feel like you're being really worked with. In fact, some of you feel like, well, Jen, I feel like I'm going through the coal, being raked through the coals. I totally get it. I don't know how many times in my life I have gone through crap and wonder how I was going to survive, you know? I get it. I totally get it. But you are going through this for a reason, okay? And I want to know that, you know, trust me, it's all happening. The personal challenges, okay, you're facing, the loss, it's all happening to mold you into the person you're meant to be, all right? You're meant to be of service to others. You're meant to be of service to others, okay? And you are meant to be a light worker, okay? You may not feel it right now, but you're meant to be. I do believe that many people watching this video, you are meant to be a light worker, okay? But before you can do that effectively, sometimes you have to go through certain experiences, and sometimes really hard ones, so that you can, you know, sensitize yourself to others, and you can have empathy and compassion for them and what they're going through. Whether it's an addiction or a job loss or, you know, a financial hardship, whatever the case may be, you're going through this for a reason, okay? And some of you are being prepared professionally, okay? Some of you will be a counselor of some kind. I really feel that. Or do something that requires counseling skills, all right? You may even, you know, end up becoming an oracle card reader and use counseling skills in that capacity, and, you know, draw upon your experience, all the stuff you've gone through dealing with these difficult challenges, okay? But right now, you know, you're wondering, well, how am I going to get through this? Okay? I can't even, you know, you're probably thinking to yourself, I can't even, you know, get through today. How can I imagine seeing myself doing what you're saying? You got to just take it one day at a time, okay? You got to take it one day at a time. You're going to get through this, okay? So keep on watching. I'm going to guide you through this, all right? So yeah, you're wondering how you're going to pay your rent. You're wondering how you're going to pay your mortgage. You're worried about money because you just lost your job. I know a lot of you have lost your job, or you're scared you're going to lose your job. I totally get it. But I want you to remember this. Don't stay in a fearful place, okay? That's not going to help. Yes, we all indulge in fear at a certain amount of time, but don't indulge in it. Don't let it get the best out of you. No, say to yourself, this too shall pass, okay? This too shall pass. I will get through this. And so anyway, getting back to my reading here, because I'm really following up in the last video I had. One of the answers to all this is to reach out. okay, to your soul family, okay? And that includes your angels and your spirit guides. And those on earth who have a soul contract with you, okay? It could be, family, friends, people in your life. Even if they come into your life temporarily, they could be a job counselor. All these people are part of your soul family, okay? And so we all have these, people, these helpers, I should say, not people, helpers in our life for a reason, okay, to help us get through this life. And as far as our spiritual helpers, okay, part of our spiritual support team, we have angels and spirit guides. And we're all born, since the day you're born into this world, you have angels that are assigned to you and spirit guides. Now, angels, in case you didn't know, and by the way, I never assume anything. You're assigned angels to watch over you, okay? Some call them guardian angels. And all you need to do is to ask, for their help. Since you have free will. They can't intervene unless you specifically ask for help, all right? The only exception is, when something happens, that when you're like mortal danger, for instance, you're about to cross a busy intersection, for instance, and there's a big Mack truck coming at you, and all of a sudden you feel like you're being pulled back. That's your angels, your guardian angels protecting you, keeping you alive, right? Because you're not getting out of this life until you're meant to get out of this life, okay? So they're there for that exception. Otherwise, they can't interfere in your free will, all right? So they're there for you, to support you, all right? So until then, they're there to protect and guide you. And they want to help you, okay? So stay open. Let your angels and your guides, your spirit guides, who are also here to help you. And by the way, angels, spirit guides are souls who have, spirit guides. We already talked about the angels. The spirit guides are souls that have already lived here. They've incarnated. They've had experiences on earth, okay? Unlike angels who haven't lived human lives. But spirit guides have lived here. They've had lives. They've gone through difficulties. So they're assigned to you, let's say a group is assigned to you at birth, and then there might be some changes along your life path, certain junctures in your life. You may have a new one that comes in during a especially challenging time, or group. If you're doing, let's say you're doing work that affects a large segment of society, like medical research or scientific research, and they may infuse knowledge, into your mind, especially, when you're asking for their help, okay? So you got angels and you got spirit guides. They're part of your spiritual support team. And speaking of guidance, okay, you got to pay attention to the divine guidance that's there for you. And that's card number 3 from my previous reading. Sorry. It's a one woman show here. Oop. Sorry. Oh, it's getting late. You gotta laugh. We all make mistakes. I'm human. Okay, right side up. Okay, so speaking of guidance, paying attention to the divine guidance. Hey, anything to entertain you, right? It's there for you. It comes to you in a variety of ways, okay? Divine guidance, right side up, right? Okay? Comes to you in a variety of ways, all right? So after asking for help from your angel, and you gotta ask, like I said, the free will comes into it all. You got to ask for help, okay? But they're there. They're like ready, willing to help you. You got to ask your angels and your spirit guides for help. Let's say you want to get a new job. They can, help you, you just got to ask. I mean, they're not going to deliver it to you on a silver plate. You got to do the earthly work. You got to apply for jobs, fill out the applications, all the nonsense we all have to go through, right? But they can help. And for instance, once you've helped them, you got to be open to the signs, the guidance, right? It's like you got to pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities, okay, that are around you. Don't expect them to come out with, don't expect your angels to come out with trumpets, okay? The dramatic, some drama. That's Hollywood, right? Okay. The guidance, divine guidance is more subtle than that, okay? So you have to stay open. You got to know divine spirit communicates with you in a variety of ways, all right? You may see a bumper sticker, while you're driving down the road and you see a bumper sticker that resonates with you, or advertisement on a truck or a bus that's passing you by. It resonates with you. Something just clicks. It's like, oh yeah, that's got confirmation. Or a song on the radio, okay? It's all signs from from the spirit world, divine spirit, your angels, your guides. So, they also can work through others, okay? The old saying, God works in mysterious ways. So you got to stay open, Let's say you're at a dinner party, family dinner party or something, and you've been thinking a while about maybe starting your own business. Maybe, losing your job was a blessing in disguise, and a relative comes up to you and says, so you're going to start that new consulting business after all? What are you waiting for? I'm like, wow. You were just like thinking about it like a few hours before. That's confirmation. That's confirmation for you, okay? That's what I'm talking about. That's communicating through others, okay? The divine guidance, all right? So whatever the case may be, I just want you to know Spirit has your back. You just need to stay open and ask for help. Spiritually as well as for the earthly help. And remember, no man is an island. No person is an island. We all need help. And you can't be afraid to ask. Don't be proud. You got to talk to those you trust. Because you need to have that support system, okay? To get, to get through this time, okay? You need to have that support system. And it'll make you feel grounded to have that, okay? And it'll make you feel that you can get through this difficult time, okay? And if I can make a suggestion here, get into some kind of daily spiritual practice, all right? Meditate. Quiet your mind. Talk to your angels and spirit guides and express gratitude, for all that you already have in your life. Okay, because we all have stuff that we should be grateful for. I mean, just like watching me now, okay? Be thankful that you have vision, that you can see me, that you can watch a movie tonight if you wanted to. Okay, there are people in this world that can't do that. So that's one thing you can be grateful for. Okay, I can think of 10 things off the top of my mind right now I'm grateful for. Okay, so just put that into your mind, okay? And I just want to share something with you. This is what I do, like on a personal basis. Every morning, after I feed my cat, I get up like 5 o'clock in the morning. If I don't, she'll be like jumping all over me. I have that quiet time. That's my personal spiritual time. And, I'll work. This is the first thing I will do is I'll work on, this is a recent thing I've been working on to get rid of anger. So we all go through people hurt in life. I've had people hurt me. You've had people hurt, you know, you've been hurt, I've been hurt, we've all been hurt. And sometimes we hold on to anger and grudges longer than we should, right? It's not good for your soul to hold on to that. So I work on forgiving, you know, at least one person a day. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry. So, and you know, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes I have to ask my angels, help me, you know, please help me forgive this person. And then, you know, I may even have to imagine this person right in front of me. And, you know, just, I hate to say this, but, you know, like kind of like tell them off, like just speak your mind and this is how you hurt me. You know, you have to get it out before you can really forgive, right? So, you know, and then you could say, I forgive you, John. I release you. I choose peace. Something like that. And then I'll, you know, I'll quiet my mind. I like to listen to like something quiet, peaceful, like music or virtual fireplace type of stuff. And meditate, you know, for as long as I can. And then when I finish, you know, I'll work on, not work on, but I'll, you know, I'll call in, you know, Father, Mother, God, my divine creator, my angels, I'm thankful for, and I'll list all the things I'm thankful for, you know. I spent, you know, try to be really conscious of all the things I should be grateful for, and I'll list it all. And it makes me feel more peaceful. It gives me, you know, inner peace doing this practice every morning. I really do it, you know, religiously. So I want to share that with you. You know, having a daily spiritual practice can really help ground you and, you know, help you get through these times, especially when there's so much darkness, you know, going on. You know, Lord knows we need as many light workers like you as possible. And having, you know, having a spiritual practice will help, you know, ground you and help you get through this, okay? And like I said, you know, you're meant to be a light worker. It's all happening for a reason. This world really and truly needs you to uplift others and the planet, okay? And remember, light workers come in all shapes and sizes. You know, they can be found in many fields, and not just nursing, you know, healthcare field, but they can be found, you know, working in a variety of areas. They can be, you know, light workers can be in your local coffee shop, you know, your local diner, your grocery store. I mean, think of you know, the checkout lady that you see at your local grocery store, you know, the one who always has something really nice to say to their customers, her customers. She always makes them smile and makes them feel special. She's a light worker, okay? You don't have to have a degree to be a light worker, all right? Just bring that light into the world like she does. So anyone who brings light to this planet, this world, whether they're bringing healing or a simple smile, is, you know, lightening someone's day. They are a light worker. And I'm sure you do that. You're a light worker. So I hope this, you know, this helped you. And, you know, I want you to remember to rely on your soul family, your angels, your spirit guides, and those people, you know, in your mundane life, you know, whether they're family, trusted family members, friends, those special people that are helping you. Like, let's say, you know, an employment counselor from the Department of Labor, you know, people like that. You got to rely on them for your support system. Maybe your local minister, whatever the case may be. But you got to have that in your life. It'll help you get through that. And, you know, I want you to know that you're going to get through this time. I want you to just stay calm. Breathe. If you feel anxious, I want you to breathe in and out at least 3 times and say to yourself, I'm going to get through this. This is not going to last forever. Okay? And do that daily practice. Okay? It's going to make you feel better. It's going to help you get through this. So please leave a comment if this video resonated with you. Share how, and I'd love to hear your comments about, how you bring light into this world as a light worker. And, love to connect with fellow light workers too. Okay, we all need to unite together and bring, light. We need to have more spiritual leadership too. I mean, Lord knows we need it right now, right? Whether it's in America or other parts of the world, we need people really can step up and bring that spiritual leadership, that light into the world. Okay? So peace, light, and love to you. All right? Take it easy. You're going to get through this. Namaste.